Charles Teel, CFO for Savannah International Motors, thinks NIADA's focus is shifting to helping dealers with credit, floor planning, and driving faster inventory turn.
I think the focus for NIADA the next year is probably going to be in the area of credit, which means floor planning for the dealers and also trying to get the credit situation to where the consumer can afford to be able to finance a car. As you know, both places are tough right now because of the economics of everything. So I think your economic situation is going to be forced to drive this situation with the credit on both sides, the consumer and the automobile dealer. And it's only going to get there through education. I think you're going to have to educate these lenders. They've got to be, it's a new focus on exactly what's required. And then particularly on the consumer side, where you have a vehicle that's got a value, and that value right now is determined from a book, and maybe the book is so far lagging to when the decision is supposed to be made that they're not allowing, or they want the consumer to have way more equity in a situation. And so they've got to be educated in that way, and then I think they've got to be educated in their underwriting to where the guidelines will help the consumer with his budget. And so they're going to have to put their time and resources in trying to make sure that their people on the front lines that make those decisions are well informed in what the bank can do. I think sometimes coming from this president of the bank, what he'd like to do is not being maybe related to that commercial lender or the guy that's actually making the decisions with the dealer. It could be too rigid. I think they're going to have to empower those people to be a little more flexible and understand what the bank needs to do and with the consumer. And if those guidelines have that flexibility, then they'll be able to get that accumulated. And it probably works the same way with the floor plan. I mean, with the dealer in this floor plan issues, the major banks that have the traditional large floor plans are cutting them back. So it's causing dealers to have less inventory because they cannot don't have the capital to put it out there. And in some respects, that might be good. I attended one of the sessions here at the NIADA training by Joe Lascota, and he put emphasis on turn of the inventory. I really think he's hitting the right thing there. I think if you can turn that inventory, because turning the inventory is going to affect the cash flow of the company right away. It's going to provide a better bottom line simply because of lowering your holding cost or whatever cost that might be impaired in putting that car out there, and turning it into cash as soon as possible, and then getting new merchandise in. So that could work both ways. That could help out, and rather than the old traditional having 100 cars out there to sell 50, it might be that you need to have the 50 right cars out there and sell them in a 30-day period rather than. So that's what I think we're going to be focusing on more than anything else.